Hello and welcome. How much time have you spent bashing the academic system or talking ill about the educational system and all the trouble that it creates for people? It's fashionable now to talk about its irrelevance and the negative impact on the individual's well-being caused by the educational system. But is this true? Has education become a problem rather than creating the solution? What does research say? For the longest time, higher education was connected with better mental health in individuals. This was explained either by the social causation theory or by the social selection theory. Social causation says that because you're better educated, you have access to higher income, more information, more knowledge, therefore you're able to make better choices. Social selection theory says that because of pre-existing conditions, which could be genetic, which could be early family conditions, lower socioeconomic status, perhaps individuals are not able to access better education and therefore their mental health suffers. What does the most recent research say? Most recent research conducted in the United States on 2019 identical twins, which means twins with identical genetic inheritance. The relationship between mental health and education was found to be zero, which means education is not responsible for better mental health, but neither is it responsible for worse mental health. What does the research also say? This research on 2019 pairs of identical twins tells us that by a complex interaction between genetic factors, early family conditions, early childhood conditions, we are able to understand why there is a connection between education and mental health. So rather than indulging in that teacher bashing or education bashing, perhaps parents could step back and think back to the time that they decided to start a family and think about the family system that created and check whether that family system enabled the creation of a healthy, well-adjusted individual or whether it prevented it. What do you do if you've grown up kids now? If you've grown up kids, sit down, talk to your kids and try and understand from them whether the school created as much stress or whether the parenting created stress. If you have very young kids or are still thinking of starting out on a family, or your kids are just about to start school, perhaps you need to talk to a therapist and try and understand whether you're creating the right family environment so that the child can face and cope with the challenges that are going to turn up in life ahead, including school. And if your kids are somewhere in between to both, talk to a therapist and talk to your kids. Find a solution. Try and understand whether there is something beyond the education system that could be responsible for all the stress and conflict that is occurring in individuals' life, especially in the lives of students. Think about it and apply it.